Hello, welcome to FPL Mate, your best mate for fantasy Premier League content for the 2021-22 season. My name is Dan, and can you guys hear me all right? Because this is my first stream on the new computer. Hopefully everything should be a little bit smoother, a little bit crisper, less lag, etc., etc. But this is the first stream, so I haven't properly tested the mic audio. I don't know if we're loud enough, too loud. Should I turn the mic down a little bit? Am I a little bit loud? It looks like I might be a little bit loud. So let me know if everything sounds okay, looks okay, is going okay. As long as it is, then we'll crack on. I've got the blackcurrant squash ready. Need to add a blackcurrant squash emoji, really, don't I? We need to add that. But yeah, let's go. I'm so excited to have a lagless stream finally. I'm not 100% ready on the settings and stuff yet. I'm gonna have to do some messing about, and I'll add things gradually as we do more streams. I already added like the animated intro to the stream, which I couldn't do before because it was lagging so much. The colouring looks a bit off, I think, so I do think I need to change the colouring because I look a bit, I don't know, yellow maybe. So we'll do that, but it's good. It's good to see that yes, everything sounds good apparently. Excellent, guys. So glad to hear that. So guys, we are here for an hour and 15 minutes at the absolute least. We've got a deadline of 6:15. It's gone back from 6 to 6:15, so that's we've got a little bit extra. And you know what? The chat mic peaking a little bit. Okay, let's turn it down a little tiny bit there. That looks a little bit better on my feedback. So hopefully that's a little bit better for you guys. But yeah, we're gonna keep streaming until we have to stop. Basically, amazing. The silent roar says all good. Now we can see a little bit more of your Nigerian side. Yeah, because I don't look so washed out, I guess, on the camera that I'm using here at the moment. I haven't properly messed about with the webcam settings, the color correction yet. So, but yeah, all good, guys, all good. Really glad. It's all looking good, and yeah, hopefully we'll get these streams looking really good. Regretful name says Dan is glowing. Is he pregnant? I'm not. But yeah, I had a good game week last game week. I am going to be taking a -4 today. We're going to be talking about a lot of stuff. There's not going to be a bench list today, guys, because I just think there's so much to talk about. The benches that we have are probably going to be, well, all we need. There is very little chance that we have the luxury of choosing players in a specific order to go on the bench. But yeah, let's. I've forgotten where I've put all my tabs. Okay, here's one. Right. Okay, we go on the pick team page, I think, and we'll start making some changes and kind of show you what I want to do. Martin S, thank you very much for becoming a member of the channel. I do really appreciate that. Always nice to see new members to the channel. The screen looks so clear now. Oh, that's so good. I'm still only on 720p streaming, but I might actually upgrade to 1080p, depending on how laggy this is. I'll check back and stuff and make sure everything looks good when the stream finishes. And yeah, we'll just try and gradually improve stuff. But right now, guys, I'm thinking of doing this one minor change first and foremost of actually potentially... Well, I mean, yeah, I think I want to play Alonso ahead of Broja, I think. And then it'll be Ronaldo's replacement will go there. And then we'll just order it like this, I guess. Yeah, and it will look something a little bit like that, but with Ronaldo replaced and Brownhill replaced. And that's how we're going to do it. Oh, that's a bang. Also, another member here, Patrick. Thank you very much for becoming a member of the channel. We've got to make a couple of transfers. We've got to take out Ronaldo. We've got to take out Brownhill. Those are going to be replaced. And that's going to leave us with, I think, a really strong squad that is actually going to be able to survive this game week and subsequent game weeks. Shazam, welcome as well. Welcome to becoming a channel. Enjoy the emojis, and I'll keep out for messages in the chat, obviously. So, yeah, we're going to make some interesting transfers. And I'm really kind of thinking, guys, that I just want to build a really strong squad, and the way to do that is to downgrade Ronaldo and invest our money elsewhere, and just create a really nice spread of squad. That's That's something I want to do. Cameron says, benching Antonio, Dan. Yeah, I think I am genuinely going to bench Antonio this game week. I'm not confident in this game, to be honest. West Ham's away form isn't great. Antonio, although he's playing well, he isn't really getting into those right positions to score goals, is he? So if you have if you have Antonio and you don't have many other players to play, then fair enough, go for him. But if you don't have to play Antonio, and to be fair, you probably will end up coming off the bench anyway. But yeah, I think it could be okay. Anna Rude in the chat says, Vardy to Antonio and double up on Hammers, or upgrade budget midfielder to Gallagher, Mount, ESR, Foden. Well, I think I would keep Vardy. If I had Vardy, I would be keeping him. I definitely would be keeping him. Just because this game against Spurs are going to be with a weakened team, and it really does look like this Leicester Spurs game is going to go ahead, which is great news. Great news. We're not 100% sure. We're not 100% sure about anything. Even the games that you think are going to go ahead, definitely going to go ahead. You never know. There could be last-minute cancellations, so just be aware of that, guys. But if I had to speculate, I would say that the Leicester versus Spurs game is going to go ahead. It's a guess, but it's looking positive. It's looking positive, and I'm really pleased about that. You know, as a Maddison owner, I'm really excited to see Maddison versus a weakened Spurs team. And guys, if I was a Vardy owner, I'd be thinking the exact same thing. So exciting stuff, really, guys. Exciting stuff indeed. But yeah, I really feel like the way now is perhaps to just spread some cost a little bit. Someone says the sound is maybe a little bit off. Is it peaking a little bit still? Let's turn it down a tiny little bit more, just to see if that's any better. Hopefully that's a little bit better for you guys. Like I said, I will check this stream back after we finish it and see if we can adjust the settings to try and get things right. Let's talk about Watkins. I really want to talk about Watkins. A few of you guys, I'm seeing in the chat, a lot of you guys are talking about Watkins. I do really want to talk about Watkins because I'm seeing him getting hyped up a lot by various content creators, people on Twitter, Fantasy Football Scout, Fantasy Football Hub. Everyone's hyping up Watkins a little bit right now, and I'm not fully convinced by this. Varun in the chat says Ronaldo to Watkins and Brownhill to Foden with 1.7 million in the bank for a -4. Let's talk, Varun. You want to talk about Watkins? Obviously, Foden, yeah, fairly decent shout. Let's talk about Watkins, because Watkins is a player whose underlying stats are not particularly good. He scored a couple of goals. His underlying stats are not particularly good. We have got Danny Ings is going to be coming back into this Aston Villa side. Is Danny Ings going to become the focal point in attack for Aston Villa? Very, very possibly. Is this going to mean that Watkins goes to the wing? It means that Watkins has reduced minutes? Watkins is kind of working with some limited stats already. Yes, he scored a couple of goals, but his underlying stats are not looking good. Is he going to continue with it? Maybe. But we've also got the fixtures. So if I just go and find a random Aston Villa player here. Oh, no lag. Oh, my God. It was so easy to switch tabs. This is amazing, guys. Honestly, this is revolutionary. Hopefully, this is going to seriously improve just the quality of the streams, really, guys. But yeah, Watkins, super popular transfer in. You can see that he has scored a couple of goals, to be fair, whilst Danny Ings has been out. So I think Danny Ings has been out. He's not been, fully there since game week 11, really. So you can see in the 6 games, 2 goals in 6 games since Danny Ings has been out. Is that amazing? Not really. There's some defences in there that are not too strong. Southampton, Crystal Palace, Leicester. He's actually done a little bit better in the slightly harder games. Man City and Brighton are slightly tougher games. So I don't know. Maybe he's more suited to those big games. We have seen that before. He scored all those goals against Liverpool last season. We saw, didn't we? But what I want to say, guys, is not only have we got Danny Ings coming back. Not only have we got potentially Watkins moving to the wing, not only are Ollie Watkins' underlying stats not looking amazing. I know football's played on grass, but he's not exactly scoring loads of goals anyway. Thomas, I've seen your super chat. I will come back to you, mate. Don't worry. I just want to finish talking about Watkins real quick. When we look at these fixtures as well, yes, they look pretty good on paper, but I'm not sure they're actually quite as good as we are making them out to be. Norwich away. Now, I try and speak about this fairly frequently. A lot of people kind of say, Norwich, whipping boys. We need to attack. Or every time a player plays Norwich, we need to get that player in. Norwich whipping boys, they're going to batter, Aston Villa are going to go out there and batter Norwich. I don't know if that's true. Norwich have been incredibly improved, and actually on expected goals conceded, which is a stat we can use. Expected goals conceded over the last 5 games, kind of since Dean Smith has come in as the Norwich manager. I'm not sure if that's the exact time frame, but over the last 5 game weeks, Norwich have been, I believe, the 4th best defence in the league in terms of expected goals conceded per 90, and I think it's the 8th best team in terms of actual goals conceded. So over the last 5 game weeks, Norwich have actually been the 8th best in the league for goals conceded per 90 as well. So whether you're looking at just the underlying stats, whether you're looking at the the actual goals conceded, Norwich, there's clear, and when you watch them as well, there's more grit there. You can see that Norwich are not the whipping boys a lot of people make them out to be. Burnley, they haven't been so bad recently as well. Leeds haven't been so bad recently. As well, so when you look at some of these fixtures, maybe they're not so amazing. Really, guys, right now, when we talk about whipping boys, and you guys want to think of Norwich as a whipping boy, I would rather my player face a team like Brentford, Leicester, Everton, Newcastle, Watford, certainly, Southampton. All of these teams I consider to be far bigger whipping boys than Norwich right now. And Burnley. I consider all those to be bigger whipping boys than Burnley as well. So in many respects, yes, we're hyping up the fixtures. On paper, Norwich, Burnley, they look like 2 amazing fixtures. But are they actually? I'm not fully convinced. Same with that Leeds away fixture as well. So over the next 4, I don't think there's any, really easy fixtures there. And when you combine that with my kind of other points about Watkins, I'm sorry. I know I'm being a little bit, controversial here, maybe, but I'm not really about it. I'm not really feeling the Watkins hype train. I think it's potentially a little bit of a trap. I could be very wrong about this, and I'm just one person saying I don't like him. A lot of other people are saying they do like the look of Watkins. So maybe I'm completely wrong, but. For me personally, I have to do what I think is best for my team, and for my team, I will not personally be going anywhere near Watkins. If other people want to go for Watkins, completely understand. But you're not gonna get confirmation from me. You're not gonna get me to say I like Watkins, because I don't. If you're just looking for confirmation that you're making the right move, then perhaps I'm not really the right person to ask, and maybe someone else can shed some light, more positivity, I guess, about Watkins. But I'm just not really seeing it. But anyway, let's catch up on some Super Chats, and thankfully, it should be pretty easy to catch up on some Super Chats now that we've got the new setup. So Thomas says, if you had Duffy instead of OG Lamptey, would you still upgrade Brownhill and gamble on the 3 defenders, or switch Duffy to a 4.5 million defender instead? If so, for whom? Well, I mean, there is slight risk that the Brighton game might get cancelled anyway. Brighton versus Wolves, there is a slight risk that might be cancelled anyway. If I had Duffy, I'd probably be doing the similar thing, and I would still be okay, I think, because I'd have at least one player on the bench, and that's more than most people will have this game week. Having one player on the bench is sufficient cover, I think. Mr. President here says, what's some good cheap defenders to get in? I still have Duffy on my bench. I like Lamptey. I like Aït-Nouri. I did like Dalot, but I think that ship has perhaps sailed with these Manchester United fixture cancellations this week, and potential cancellation of the Brighton game at the weekend too. Maybe another warning sign for a Lamptey or a Duffy. Duffy's, I mean, he's not available anyway. He's banned, isn't he? He's suspended. Anna Rude says, so whom to go for? Gallagher, Mount, Emile Smith-Rowe, or Foden? I mean, Foden is a pretty decent shout. I'm a little bit worried about Foden's recurring ankle injury, if I'm honest. So I'm not going to be going for Foden personally. For me, it is between Bernardo Silva and Raheem Sterling for the best Man City attacker to get. It seems like Bernardo is probably the safe pick, right? I guess it depends how safe you are. Gallagher, I like. Mount, I like. Emile Smith-Rowe, I pretty much like him as well. So all of those are good shouts. I think you could do, Anna Rude, that you've identified 4 fantastic players. Decide who you like the most. If I had to go for one of them, maybe go for Gallagher. I do like Gallagher. Yago says, in dire need of a goalie for a -4, currently have De Gea and Foster, Ramsdale or Guaita, perhaps, or take a 0 and accept it. Well, the problem is with De Gea is that it might be 2 games out for him, mightn't it? Which is not ideal. You perhaps want to leave De Gea on your bench, though. I wonder if there's an opportunity to go for Ramsdale. I do think Guaita, there's rumours that Guaita might have COVID. Obviously, we will not know until we know, but there is rumours that Guaita might have COVID. Now, I'm not massive on Crystal Palace's defence anyway, to be honest. I mean, they're okay, but, Guaita is not going to be a big scoring goalkeeper, I don't think, typically, particularly compared to, a Ramsdale or De Gea, who are, making saves, keeping clean sheets, all that good stuff. So, Ramsdale would be the player I'd go for. Nikolai says, thank you so much for the dedication and giving us content. Just wanted to give a little amount for all your hard work. Much love, Nikolai from Norway. Well, thank you so much, Nikolai. I really do appreciate it, dude. I so much appreciate it. And, guys, most of all, I just appreciate you guys, chilling out with me on these streams and watching because, it's the best job in the world, talking to you guys about FPL. Absolutely love it. Brian says, Ronaldo, Basuma, Livramento to Pukki, Sterling and White. I quite like that. Instead of Pukki, could you maybe go for a Dennis or a Josh King? Maybe swap Pukki for a Dennis or a Josh King, and then you could swap Ben White for a Kieran Tierney. Could be kind of interesting to go that way. William says, Ronaldo to Pukki, already have King. Also worth a -4 from Mbumo to Bernardo, bench Livramento and Brownhill and Cancelo, who is out. Those seem like sensible players to bench. -4 to go from Mbumo to Bernardo sounds like a decent upgrade. Mbumo can't even play anyway, so that would be pretty good. Ronaldo to Pukki, you already have King. I do want to say on this, guys, actually, because a lot of people are saying Josh King is a great FPL option. A lot of people are saying Emmanuel Dennis is a great FPL option. But why are people not saying having both is a great FPL option? Like, a lot of people are very, very keen to say, oh, I want to have just King or I want to have just Dennis. No one's saying, well, a lot of people are saying, oh, I already have Dennis, so I can't get King, or I already have King, so I can't get Dennis. Why? At the end of the day, you've got to pick the best players, or the players you think will do well. And if you actually think both Dennis and King, look at them both individually, and you prefer both of those to, Watkins or Pukki or whatever other forward you're kind of looking at right now. If you genuinely prefer both King and Dennis, just because you already have one of them, I honestly don't think it should be. I really don't think that should put you off, guys. I really don't think that should, tilt you over the edge and say, no way, I'm not doubling up on the Watford attack. I think you could do a lot worse. I think you could do a lot worse than to double up on the Watford attack. So don't worry about that too much. Joshua Ainsworth says Foden in for Gundogan or Zaha. Gundogan. I'm not. If I had to guess, if Gundogan's going to play tonight, I don't think he's going to start. I've never really liked Gundogan as an FPL pick, to be honest. So potentially a player you might want to shift out, particularly if you could go for another Man City midfielder. Bernardo Silva is obviously the number one choice, but Foden's pretty good as well. Daniel Sheeran says, what striker for Cristiano Ronaldo? I have Dennis and Benteke. Yeah, I suppose you don't want to go for 3 cheap strikers, do you? Because that, maybe that makes it difficult to move to some of the more expensive forwards, doesn't it? So you have Dennis and you have Benteke. Is Antonio the answer? Maybe. I mean, in that situation, maybe you do go for a Watkins, if you prefer Watkins to an Antonio, because I wouldn't want to have 3 super, super cheap forwards, because then if you come down the line, you want to get a Bamford, or you want to get a Calvert-Lewin, or you want to get Cristiano Ronaldo back maybe, or a Lukaku, or someone like that in the future, you're going to kind of find it difficult if you have 3 super cheap strikers. So yeah, perhaps an argument there, that is a decent argument in your situation to potentially go for a Watkins, to potentially go for an Antonio there. Goy says here, -4 to change Locadia to Pukki and Brownhill to Bernardo Silva. Already have Foden. I like that. Pretty much like that. Sounds good. Sean Davies, thank you very much for becoming a member of the channel. Shram, thank you very much for those super stickers. And Matthew, would you do De Gea to Ramsdale for a -4 or play no keeper? I would be seriously tempted to do De Gea to Ramsdale. You're taking a risk though, because there's every chance that De Gea does play against Brighton in Gameweek 18, and then you might regret it. But at the same time, maybe if you think that the Brighton game at the weekend is not going to be played, then do you want to go 2 game weeks without a goalkeeper? Probably not. And in which case, the -4 for a goalkeeper would potentially be worth it. So there you go. Scraps says, oh no, wait, hang on. Mohammed says Ramsdale or Martinez for a -4. Martinez actually got. There's rumours that Martinez has COVID. Don't know if it's true or not, but there's rumours that Emi Martinez has COVID, so I would not be bringing in Martinez. I definitely do prefer Ramsdale. Scraps Lewis says, hi mate, excellent content, thanks. I'm Ronaldo to Watkins, but then Brownhill to Foden or Dalot to Diaz. Your opinion, mate? Perhaps not Diaz. I mean, maybe you could go for Diaz. I'm not huge on that. Brownhill to Foden is more progressive, I guess. Again, if you haven't got Bernardo Silva, I would prefer to go for Bernardo than Foden. Shazam says, Jota in for a Mount for a -4. I don't think so. Not for Mount. Don't think for Mount. Rob Lewis says, who to bench out of Antonio, Bowen and Saka? I would probably bench one of Antonio or Saka. I'd definitely play Bowen. But like I say, guys, there's every chance that, there's going to be either rotation or extra fixture cancellations, and you're going to go one deep into your bench at least anyway. So, I wouldn't worry about that too much. But definitely play Bowen, I would say, out of those. Connor Bailey says, is KDB an option now? I don't think it's an option, no. I think he's still cheap. Is he still cheap? I think there's still better, cheaper options, is what I actually meant to say there. Bernardo Silva is just KDB for much cheaper and, more nailed on, more fit, more in form. So, is KDB an option now? Not yet. No. He's got to do something seriously impressive to become an option, because he's so expensive and he's not playing every game. Even if he is fit now, is he going to be playing every game? I don't know. Vitislav says, could you please review the leaked Man City lineup? Can't find it anywhere. I did actually see it earlier. Let me see if I can find it on Twitter. Hopefully there's going to be, oh my god, there's no lag. Oh, but I'm not signed in. Right, guys, let me just sign in. Let's go to a big version of me. That's new. That's new, and I'll sign in to my account on Twitter. If you just bear with me one moment, and then we'll have a look online and find out. Oh, one thing I forgot to do actually is when I switch back to the normal view, it's going to do an intro screen. So get ready for another intro. Take 2. The stream is starting up again. Here we go. I bet there was some awful reverb on the mic there as well from the audio. I need to sort that out as well. But we're back. We're on Twitter now. Where did I see the Man City lineup? I need to try and remind myself who posted it. Can anyone in the chat remember where it was seen? The cool DJ Bass says, I have Dennis and Antonio replace Ronaldo with Josh King, maybe Josh King. What does your shirt say? If I'm totally honest, I just bought it because it looks cool. I like Japanese stuff, but I unfortunately do not read the kanji, unfortunately, so don't know what it says. But Man City leaked lineup. Let's find it. Who posted it? It's someone I follow, but I can't remember who. Let's just do a search and see if we can find it. Or was it a predicted lineup? Maybe it was a predicted lineup. Well, I mean, there's some predicted lineups here. Should we just go over predicted lineup? Because I mean, it might have been a predicted lineup that I actually saw earlier, but I did see it. Let's have a look. Predicted lineup. Oh, get past all this nonsense. Where does it say the actual lineup? Oh, God. Okay. Is this one of those things you have to click through a slideshow to find the actual team news? Here we go. Right, okay. This is the worst article in the world, the most clickbait nonsense. If anyone knows if anyone, people saying FPL Osama, okay, right. Yeah, he was the one I saw. You're so right. Because he said that his friend who sends him these lineups is like 80% right or something like that, usually. Right, sort of 80% of the time. So here we go. There you go. That is it's when we say leaked, take it with a pinch of salt. Don't assume this is 100%. You know, everything is rumours until the club announce it, right? But thank you very much, guys, for letting me know who that was in the chat. But there you go. Edison, Walker, Diaz, Laporte, Zinchenko, Rodri, Bernardo, De Bruyne, Sterling, Foden, and Mahrez. If I had to guess, that would be pretty much what I would predict as well. I wonder about Mahrez, maybe. To be fair, Grealish has been out of form, hasn't he? I don't think Jesus will play either. So I guess that looks pretty much good. Yeah. I mean, if we had to predict a lineup, it would probably look like this. Your mic is buggered this stream. Is it? Is it still not sounding good? Ian Huang says, Dan, I'm not going to lie, I think your shirt is Chinese, not Japanese. Is it? You tell me. I mean, it's Super Dry, which is a Japanese brand, so that kind of lends itself to it being Japanese, I thought. But if anyone can read that, please enlighten us in the chat. But yeah, there we go, guys. That's what we're dealing with in terms of leagued lineups. Is it 100% right? Probably not, but look, that's what we got. That's what we're working with. So yeah, I mean, as predicted, Gundogan not really there. Didn't expect him. I didn't really expect Jesus to be in the squad either. Kind of been a little bit out of form. And so those of you considering Jesus as a Ronaldo replacement, maybe not. Maybe not. It is Japanese. I thought so. So some people say it's Japanese. Some people saying it's Chinese. Well, who knows? Dan, it says Super Dry in Chinese. What kind of a head mess is that? What? It says Super Dry in Chinese. Who knows? Right, I will try and find some Asian friends and try and educate myself, because this is embarrassing, really, isn't it? Anyway, let's get back to FPL, shall we? Nikolai says in the super chats, -4 for doing Ronaldo to Vardy and Emil Smith-Rowe to Bernardo. Yeah, I quite like that. Yeah. Yeah, you could potentially do that, Nikolai. Vardy is a little minor risk because that game is not 100% to go ahead, and also Vardy over the Christmas period is not ideal either. But the cool DJ Base says, I have Dennis and Antonio who to replace Ronaldo with. I mean, maybe a Josh King, honestly. Maybe a Josh King. Goy, thank you very much for becoming a member of the stream. Stanis says, already own Bernardo by Foden or Sterling. I prefer Sterling, but a lot of other people would probably prefer Foden. Foden is a little bit cheaper, to be fair. Heat Lifer says, I feel free. I free hit, is that bad? Also Antonio and Bernardo, or Watkins and Foden. I probably prefer Antonio and Bernardo, to be honest. There's probably not too much in it, though. Or maybe Watkins and Bernardo. Out of Watkins and Antonio, I don't think there's a wrong answer there, really. So, yeah, not sure. Anurag says, did Cristiano Ronaldo and Mbumo to Watkins to Jota? You don't like Watkins personally. But me shows I have David De Gea. If you need to do a hit, like I kind of said a few times in the stream, if you think that David De Gea is going to be out for multiple game weeks, it's potentially worth taking a hit to do that. Someone mentioned the free hit a second ago. On free hits, I would not be free hitting personally. I think that there is going to be future game weeks that will cause us more problems than this one. You know, when we start getting towards the blank game weeks or the double game weeks, though, that's the time where the free hit is going to be really beneficial, far more beneficial than it will be today. Like, if you can field, even if you can only field 10 players today, or you need to take a -4, I honestly think that's going to be a better situation, that, you know, it'll be more beneficial to use your free hit in a future game week where you might potentially have some more severe options. Chris Freddy has given me his team here. Let's have a look at this. You already used your transfer, and how many players do you have out? You have, I mean, you look pretty good, to be fair. You don't really need to use any more transfers, Chris. It looks pretty good to me, mate. You look pretty solid there. Alex Mason says Ings or Watkins. I mean, if I had to choose between Ings or Watkins, you know, I would prefer to go Watkins. He is more nailed, as you say. You know, he plays 90 minutes every game. He's a fit guy. He's going to be playing all across the Christmas period. So at least you've got that certainty where Ings doesn't really provide that. I think Ings is kind of risky. At least, even though if Watkins is perhaps not as explosive as Ings at his best, you do have that security with Watkins, right? You do have that security. But anyway, guys, let's get out my transfers up on screen because a few people have been asking me about my team. Let's sort ourselves out with that golden -4 that we love so dearly. We're going to get Je suis Denis in there. I've got a super chat from Janina says, he's talking about -8s, Cristiano Ronaldo to Watkins. You're not going to get me to convince you to buy Watkins. Not happening. I'm not gonna hype up Watkins. It's just not gonna happen. Maybe just play, Dennis King and Sissoko. That's really not so bad. It's really not so bad. A few people saying they've got Matty Cash as well. I like it. I do like Matty Cash. But here's the final question of my game week, guys. Do I go safe and secure with Bernardo Silva, or do I go for the true FPL Mate top shagger transfer and go for a differential in Sterling? The same as I kind of did with Maddison, the same as I've done with a few other players, going on early on a big, risky, heavy-hitting player that really shoots you up the ranks. Do I even need to take risks at this rank? Probably not. But it's kind of more fun to do it. What do you reckon, guys? I'd be interested to see your thoughts in the chat. Giandre says, Dan, please help. I have no goalkeeper. Havertz and Gundogan could be a lot worse. Maybe bring in Bernardo for Gundogan, and just play without a goalkeeper. I mean, if you want to take extra -4s and stuff, then fair enough. You guys are liking the Sterling move. I tell you what, the fact that I'm doing this primarily, this is an entertainment. This is entertainment, isn't it? We're all watching YouTube videos, watching YouTube streams. How much more exciting would it be to go for a Sterling over a Bernardo? Don't get me wrong. Bernardo is objectively the safer pick. It's objective. I'm not going to try and convince myself or you guys that Sterling is an objectively better pick than Bernardo. But I do like taking a risk. We've got some amazing fixtures for City. We want their best attacking players. And guys, let me tell you, Sterling's underlying stats are phenomenal. They are incredible right now. He is taking the most shots of any Man City player. He is getting the most XG of any Man City player. Even if you take that, you remove the penalty from the equation, still getting, still topping the charts for XG, topping the charts for expected assists and chances created. He's potentially playing as a striker. There is, a lot to like. And he's in really good form as well. I would say in Man City right now, from what I've seen, obviously, Bernardo Silva has been the standout star player, but if we're looking for a second best player, excusing the defenders, Cancelo obviously has been phenomenal. But on recent form, Sterling in the attack, in terms of Man City attackers, has been the second best, guys, right? He's been the second best, and even with Foden, if he plays on the wing, he gets isolated on the wing. He sticks to the left. If Sterling plays on the wing, whether he's on the left or the right, he cuts inside, he gets in the box. It's a little bit more potential there. I do prefer Sterling to Foden. I will say that. I do prefer Sterling to Foden. I have got the money to do this move, and it would leave money in the bank as well. You guys can see, that leaves me with 0.8 in the bank, which is a little bit of cash to play with still. But would I even need money in the bank? Probably not, because it would still give me all the squad depth I need. Like, if you look through this squad, on a typical game week, everyone's a starting player. And then when we've got situations like, oh no, Maddison is playing against Man City, that's all right, I'll bench him and play someone else. Oh no, Lamptey, his game against Manchester United has been called off. No worries, I can just bench him. I don't want to double up on Chelsea one game week. No worries, we can bench Alonso one game week. Dennis has flown off to the African Cup of Nations. No worries, we can put him on the bench. Bro's got another injury, bench. Antonio's looking dreadful again, and he can't play 90 minutes every game. Bench. You know what I mean, guys? You know what I'm saying? This squad is strong. It's a strong squad without having to, it's strong without sacrificing too much in the starting 11. So you have a very strong starting 11 every week because there's so many cheap players that are doing really well. Dennis, Bowen, the defenders. It's really good to have all of these cheap players. It allows you to have a good bench, and because we're perma-captaining Salah anyway, it's not like I need a second premium. I don't really need a second premium, and if I did want a second premium, I mean, Sterling is not really such a bad route to get to one. Say I wanted to get in a Marcus Rashford or randomly, or a Jadon Sancho or someone like that. It's so doable, right? We can just move Sterling to that player. So I think it still keeps me with a little bit of flexibility there. So there we go. It's exciting, right, guys? And again, it would be 2 transfers to get Ronaldo back into my team. Be 2 transfers, which would be okay. This would be the most exciting, I think this is the FPL Mate move, if that makes any sense. Like, if I was to go for Bernardo instead, it would be because I was following the crowd a little bit, rather than thinking for myself. Not even when I do think for myself, I still rate Bernardo Silva, don't get me wrong. But I do like to try and anticipate a really nice player that perhaps some other people haven't quite identified yet. And sometimes that goes wrong. We've seen that with, we've had some problems with Broja, obviously, although he has kind of come good, to be fair. But kind of with Harry Kane, you guys saw me transferring Harry Kane. It went dreadfully. I was trying to get ahead. I was trying to do something different, and it went dreadfully. So it doesn't always work. But it can, right? It can work. We've seen it. We've seen it work with Maddison. We've seen it work with Reece James when I brought him in. We've seen it kind of work to a degree with Tariq Lamptey. I just like my differentials, guys, and a lot of the time they do work as long as you're looking in the right places. So there we go. We've got a few more super chats, so let's catch up on those. Tenzing says Antonio or Watkins. That's a really difficult question. I don't know. I'm not really thrilled about either Antonio or Watkins. So would I be bringing in either one into my team this week? Say I didn't have Antonio, would I be bringing in Antonio or Watkins into my team as a Ronaldo replacement? No, I don't think I would. I don't think I'd bring in either, unless I didn't have any other mid-price forwards, I guess. But I mean, that's kind of the situation most of us are in. So yeah, it's a toying cost. It really is. Antonio's fixtures I prefer. Both of them. Watkins has been scoring more goals recently, but nothing amazing. I'm not sure, to be honest. Antonio versus Watkins is a tough pick because I don't really like either. I guess I prefer Antonio. I guess. But there's not much in it. Teshi says Ronaldo to Lukaku. No one's talking about Lukaku. Yeah, Lukaku's just not been that good since he's come to Chelsea. And Chelsea's win rate, playing Havertz instead of Lukaku, has been much better. Werner's in pretty good form as well. I don't know. Is Lukaku a must play at the moment? I don't know if he is. I don't know if he's going to actually play 90 minutes every game like we kind of expected he would at the beginning of the season. I don't know if he's as nailed on as we perhaps think. And even if he is he going to provide us with the form that we want him to? He's not been looking amazing. Dan Crosser says, I assume there isn't much more news since lunchtime on COVID postponements. Not really, other than Spurs versus Leicester is looking more positive. That's all I kind of say on that. And I mean, at this point, Norwich versus Aston Villa, that's not going to get postponed at this point. That's got to go ahead, right? Simon, thank you very much for the super chat, the super sticker there. Femi's given me his team. It's a lot of players there for me to read, so I won't read them out to you guys. But the squad looks strong. I don't think I would do Vardy to Watkins. I'd rather keep Vardy. Ethan says he has Budget of 7.4 for midfielders. Need to sell on Boomer. Can't get silver. Is Gallagher a good option? Or can you suggest someone else? If you have to take a -4 to get silver into your team, then do that. Genuinely. No point in bringing in players you don't want. There's... I know it's difficult because you kind of look at your team and you say, I don't want to take a -4. I don't want to take a -4. I understand that. But if you're bringing a player that you don't actually want that badly, then maybe just take the -4. Long term, we've got so much of the season left. If this player that you really want to get, silver in, for example, if this player is serving you well for the next 10 game weeks or whatever, 15 game weeks, then it is so worth taking them for a -4. Surely. You've got to play the long game a little bit here and, go with the player you actually want. Don't let -4s put you off. I mean, if you've got to take -8s and 12s and stuff to do it, then obviously, you're running into some problems. Nate Miller says, Yo, Dan, sell Duffy for Target. Would take a -4 for it. Any other suggestions at 4.7 or let it sit? I do like Target, to be fair. There was some rumours that he had COVID, but I don't think anything was really confirmed on that front. So yeah, I don't know. Maybe Target's a good option. I mean, Tierney I quite like. So Foul I quite like for the same price. So maybe Tierney or So Foul are also options there. But Target's certainly a good shout as well. There is a name which I believe is in potentially Russian or Ukrainian here, that I can't say. I'm so sorry. I don't know. I don't know how to pronounce those characters. But King or Pookie, you say? I think I would go for King over Pookie. I think I would go for King. Yeah, Pookie's okay. Don't get me wrong, but I'm not massive on it. Corey Langridge has been a member for 14 months. That is incredible. Thank you for sticking with being a member for so long. Mayank says, need advice, KDB or Sterling or Silva? I don't think we're going to go for KDB. I don't think that's the right move. Target on 4 yellows. Oh, okay, that's a consideration. I didn't know that. Foden, I just think there's going to be a recurring injury there with his ankle. I don't think he's going to play every single game. I would say, Bernardo Silva's far more nailed on. I think Sterling is more nailed on than Foden as well, to be honest. Guys, there's no bench list today. It's just not worth it. I just don't think it's worth it. So we're not going to do a bench list. No one's going to get down to the bench realistically, or very few people. And if you do, if people are genuinely going down to their bench this game week, everyone else in the chat is just going to be so jealous anyway, right? You know what I mean? Saj says, how about Spurs defender? I don't think I'll go for a Spurs defender right now. The Spurs versus Leicester game, there is still a chance of that getting called off. And even if it goes ahead, Spurs are going to be playing with a reduced defence there. They're going to have a weakened squad, and Leicester, they've been pretty good for goals recently. So, I don't think I'll be going for a Spurs defender this game week, but potentially in the future. Do we have Man City team news? We have a rumour. I'll show you the rumour. Someone says, would you get a player if they had 4 yellow cards? Maybe. I don't think it would. I would be that put off because, as long as you have a decent bench, the yellow card situation is going to get extended. They only have to go a few more games without getting a yellow card. Yes, it could be bad, but there you go. Dan Cross says, bench whoever has COVID or has no game. Yeah, I mean, that is the advice, right? That is the advice. This is the supposed leaked stream, leaked City team. Don't know if it's 100% correct, but it's not bad. Apparently relatively accurate, but who knows? This is it. But to be honest, when I look at this lineup, this looks pretty accurate to me. This is what I would probably predict anyway. Edison, Walker, Diaz, Laporta, Zinchenko, Rodri, Bernardo, De Bruyne, Sterling, Foden, Mahrez. So yeah, that's kind of what we're dealing with there. So no Gundogan, obviously no Cancelo. I don't know who else people typically have. Grealish maybe, no Grealish. So there you go. Let's catch up with a few super chats here. Varun says, he's listed a lot of players. says Pookie and Sterling or Foden and Watkins. Let's just talk about that in isolation. Pookie and Sterling. I'm tempted to say Pookie and Sterling, genuinely. Chris says, hi Dan, Antonio and King up top. Who for the third spot? Why not Dennis? Why not Dennis, you know? Why not Dennis for that third slot? Daniel Sheeran says, Dan, Sterling or Silva? I'm top 800. Is it too risky? Daniel, mate, let me tell you, going for Sterling is definitely too risky. I'm only doing it because I'm a lunatic. Don't listen to me. I always make sure that I try and keep my sensible advice in my buy, sell, keep, avoid videos and my other videos. And then I do my crazy advice in my team selection videos and only do the crazy in my own team. So the craziness is for my team. But if I'm advising you objectively as one friend to another, Bernardo Silva is the one to go for. Unless you're crazy like me. Tim says Guehi, Cash or Tierney. Definitely not Guehi. Cash or Tierney look pretty good though. Maybe go for Cash. Tenzing says already have Dennis and looking to replace Ronaldo. Who? Maybe Josh King. Maybe. Move with Mike says Livramento to Lamptey or sell Jesus and prioritise changing attack and midfield. I only have one free transfer. Livramento to Lamptey doesn't seem like that good of a transfer. Really, it's not an amazing transfer, really, is it? Lamptey, potentially, that game could still technically get called off. And so could Lamptey's game against Manchester United at the weekend. Lamptey's probably not going to start both anyway, you know? So, Livramento to Lamptey, I don't like too much. Sell Jesus, I don't know. Because even if he is rested this game, there's a good chance he comes back in against Newcastle. So maybe not Jesus. Maybe focus your attention a little bit elsewhere. Chris Freddy says 100% Brentford versus Manchester United game is off. Yeah, Brentford versus Manchester United. There is 0% chance of that game going ahead. It's not going to happen. So, unfortunate. But there we go. Yeah, still going to keep saying it on KDB. Not a player I'd be too interested in going for. But although I will say, by the way, guys, Dan Cross says, we've done it, lads. We're finally getting Jota. Congratulations, Dan Cross, for finally getting Jota. How many minutes till deadline? There is 25 minutes until deadline. So, I was going to say very quickly on the KDB situation. Is KDB coming back into the team going to mean that Bernardo's creativity is not required as much? You know, KDB getting forward a little bit more, or are they going to kind of bounce, take turns going up? Are they both going to go up? Is De Bruyne going to negatively affect Bernardo Silva's output? Possibly. It has happened before. And is De Bruyne's inclusion and his creativity going to improve Sterling? Maybe. So when I think of De Bruyne coming back into the team, I feel like that makes... I still wouldn't go for De Bruyne, and I still do prefer Bernardo to Sterling as a sensible option, but I still feel like De Bruyne's inclusion makes players like Bernardo and Gundogan slightly weaker options, but improves a player like Sterling a little bit. That is the hope. When we were seeing Sterling at his peak, 20 goals per season, we were also seeing De Bruyne at his peak, 20 assists per season kind of thing, So they complement each other really well. And it does seem like when De Bruyne is in the team doing well, Sterling thrives and, maybe Bernardo and Gundogan drop off. Now, I'm not saying that's necessarily what's going to happen. I'm just using, what's happened before as reference points. And, there's definitely different ways of interpreting things and looking at things in a different way. Bernardo Silva has come on leaps and bounds since a couple of seasons ago. So, perhaps it's completely irrelevant. But, I just did want to I guess, briefly touch on that. Greenwood leads to King for free, or Smith Rowe to Sterling and Ronaldo to Lacazette, or Watkins for a -4. Maybe just do Greenwood to King for free. I like that. Jamie Syke, member for 3 months. Nice one, man. Thank you. Dick McWillie says Sanchez to Ramsdale for -4, or do I wait a game week? Maybe wait a game week. I don't think that's necessarily worth a -4. Rashford and Alisson maximum out for Sterling and Dennis for a -4. I quite like that. I actually really quite like that. Or just Rashford out, Foden in. I have Bernardo and no playing keeper. Yeah. Maybe in that case, maybe just Rashford out for Foden. Because at least Alan Saint-Maximin is going to play. It's going to get you a 2-pointer, right? Maybe that's the move. Like, I would not be too, bullish about going for Sterling. Daniel Sheeran says, Dan, I'll go crazy. I'll go with you. I'm crazy as well. Come on, Sterling. Love it. Absolutely love it, mate. Honestly, if anyone wants to, I'm not going to sit here and recommend Sterling. I'm not going to do it. I would be a bad friend. I would be a bad mate if I was, saying, guys, we're going to go on Sterling. He's going to do amazing. I'd be a bad mate if I was saying that to you guys. But if you're a little bit crazy, then Sterling is an option. And that's all I'm going to say on that one. Mohammed Doof says Watkins or Ings for today. Ugh, neither really. Shrey, thank you very much for the super sticker there. And Danny Dean says Bowen or Gallagher or Emil Smith-Rowe. I quite like Bowen for the long term. Someone in Gustav says Jota or Foden. I prefer Jota to Foden. Brownhill to start. I mean, maybe. Wouldn't count on it. 2-week punt for Benteke. Benteke is kind of playing every other game. That's the only problem there. Mr. Mathembry says, who out of these do I leave as my first bench option? King, Watkins, Antonio, Bowen. The others would start. I would... possibly Antonio. Out of those four, I would possibly bench Antonio. Watkins or Pookie. Tough one. Watkins has probably got better goal scoring potential in this game, but... I don't know. Youssef says, I was actually thinking to go for Foden, but hearing you speak just made me get Sterling without thinking. No, don't. You have to think. You have to think for yourselves. You really do. I can't advocate too much for Sterling. I am crazy. You got to remember, I'm crazy. Don't follow crazy people into the depth of the pits, the fiery pits of hell. It's risky. It's risky. Unless you love a risk. Unless you love a risk. Look, Foden is not a bad option, but I think it probably goes in order for me of who I would say would be the best picks. And God, it's so hard to predict who's the best picks because with Man City, anyone can haul at any moment, really, can't they? But Bernardo is probably the best pick, then Sterling, and I do still prefer Sterling to Foden. Sterling's underlying stats are a lot better. Sterling's output is a lot better, on recent form, and also I think Sterling is slightly more nailed on than Foden as well. And like I said, there's a minor recurring ankle injury there, which I think is potentially going to be his minutes managed a little bit, particularly over the very busy part of the of the Christmas period, So yeah. Dixion says, who do you think is going to be the new captain for Arsenal? I don't know. Kieran Tierney, I would like. I would like Kieran Tierney to be our new captain, to be honest. But I know that's not really an FPL question, but why not? Yeah, I'll put my team back on screen. This is what we're going to do. I think we've got 15 minutes left. Shall we send it? Shall I? Or unless anyone can give me some last minute clarity. Richard Bull in the chat says everyone should look at Sterling's numbers, and you're absolutely right. What's that? The free underlying stats website. I can't remember what it's called. I don't want to use any paid ones on stream because it kind of feels like cheating a little bit. If I just search underlying stats Premier League, understat, that's the one. So if we go for understat, and can I search by Man City? Can we search by Man City? No. Okay, let's search by Sterling. And we'll have a look at his underlying stats over the last, can we just do it by season? Yeah, this is not great. Not really great data. Can I don't really know how to use this website so much. Okay, maybe this is not what we're looking for. But basically, even if you take it, through 14 appearances, shots per 93. Is that right? Yeah, for shots per 93, pretty good. Key passes per 90, 2.4, pretty good. Expected goals, 4.9, and that's across the whole season. But yeah, recently I think his expected goals, and this is from memory, so bear with me. but over the last 5 game weeks, Sterling's expected goals is something like 3.2. His expected assist is something like 2.2. So in terms of expected goal contributions, it is above, it is above 1 per game, which is nice, right? In terms of actual output, is it 3 goals and 1 assist in 5? Again, pretty good indeed. So I think a lot of people are understandably put off by Sterling. He's a really risky player. But, high risk, high reward, High risk, high reward. Why not? Dimitri says, which team is best for wildcard create on screen? Honestly, Dimitri, I'm not going to rush into creating a wildcard team because, if I was going to do that, I would take it seriously, and it would take more than the 18 minutes we have left until deadline. So I'm not going to create a whole wildcard team, but make sure you got Trent Alexander-Arnold, Salah, Jota, Bernardo Silva, Emmanuel Dennis in there. Probably stick with Reece James, Cancelo. You'd put in there, even though he's suspended. You still put him in there. You probably put Tariq Lamptey in there. So there's a few players for you. Raphael says, should I start Lamptey or Livramento? Much love. I'd definitely start Lamptey. But Lamptey's game could end up getting cancelled, and who knows. Hamid Doof says, I want to drop Ronaldo and Decore for Sterling and a striker. Who would you recommend? You did not like Watkins. No, I do not like Watkins. A Dennis or a King would be good, right? So yeah, that's probably what I go for. Gautam says Watkins or Antonio. I've tried to answer this so many times. I really don't know. Slightly prefer Antonio, but honestly, there's not much in it. Watkins is more likely to outscore Antonio this game week. But if you're kind of looking for a little more long term, maybe Antonio is, his fixtures are a little bit better. But Watkins has the guaranteed of 90 minutes. Maybe go for Watkins. You know what? I'm just gonna go for Watkins. I'm just going to suggest Watkins from now on because that's the safer pick, and everyone else seems to think Watkins is a great pick. So maybe I'm wrong on that one. Uzi Automatic says this one is very high risk. Sterling isn't back to his best. But is that? I honestly think Sterling has been Man City's probably 3rd best player of recent games. Behind Bernardo Silva and Cancelo, Sterling's probably been their 3rd best player. And remember, guys, we said the same thing about Maddison before I brought him in early doors. We said the same thing about Reece James before I brought him in. I mean, I don't even think he'd played 90 minutes. It's certainly not since the start of the season when I brought Reece James in. So, in many ways, the key in FPL to reach the higher echelons is to get on those players early. Sometimes it's going to go wrong. Obviously, a lot of the time it's going to go wrong. But if you're confident about one, why not go for them before they haul, before they pop off, before everyone is desperate to get them into their team? Yes, it's hard to predict the future or the future template or the players that people want in the future. It's hard to predict that, and you can't always get it right. But you've got to be in it to win it. You have to try and do it if you want to do it. And if you don't want to do it and you would rather play a little bit safer and go for some recognised FPL options, then that strategy is also completely fine. So in many ways, it's just a case of preference. And this season in particular, I've been really enjoying myself going for these exciting picks. And even if it doesn't work out, the excitement that it will bring to me to bring in Raheem Sterling into my team, I mean, that's worth more than it's a game for fun at the end of the day. That's worth more than FPL points. Enjoyment is worth more than FPL points. If you get your enjoyment for FPL points, then maybe that's more of a strange question. But going for a player like Sterling is what brings me joy. It's what makes me so enthusiastic when I come on screen every week with you guys. It's what makes me enthusiastic to talk about, to play FPL. Going for these risky picks, going for a Reece James, going for a Harry Kane. I know that didn't pay off. Going for a James Maddison. That has paid off. What the elation when James Maddison got 2 assists and a goal at the weekend. That to me is what FPL is all about. Going for that player. Not a lot of other people have them. Not a lot of other people saw what you saw in them. They, in many ways, feel like your player. They're your baby in a way. If I was to bring in Bernardo Silva, is that my baby? No, it's everyone else's baby, and it's been everyone else's baby for weeks and weeks and weeks. If I go for Sterling, that's my boy. That's my boy. And yeah, that's basically my spiel. And it's okay to play both ways. There's no right answer. It's a playstyle thing, right? It's a playstyle thing. And this playstyle is not only working for me, but it's also giving me so much joy. And ultimately, that's what it's all about. That's what FPL is all about, right, guys? Okay, so have we got any super chats to catch up on? I think we might have one that I missed. Let's have a look. From Leastens Nace says, "Hey Dan, he's given me the team. Who would you transfer out? Basically, out of Trent, James, Reguilon, Cancelo, and Livramento. Don't transfer out Cancelo. Livramento, there's not really much you can go from there. Reguilon, I would be tempted to remove. Maybe Reguilon out for a cheaper option, really. Reguilon down to a Tierney or a Target or a Cash. Or, yeah, Tierney, Target, Cash. Maybe Sofal. One of those players. I would take out Reguilon and I would go for... No, did I say Reguilon? Yeah, go take out Reguilon and bring in one of those guys, I think. Early lineups. I don't think we've got any early lineups. Let's see if has anyone tweeted Sterling stats so we can get, or can anyone tweet Sterling stats? Oh, look, Ted Talks FPL. He does some stuff for Fantasy Football Scout, right? He's liking the look of Sterling as well. So I'm not totally alone. That's nice. That's nice to see. It's a pretty cool graphic. Few people putting out some graphics about Sterling's stats recently. You know, you can see. No, there's no Sterling here. Wait, is this? No, there's no Sterling in that one. We should include Sterling in this one. That would be great. Then we'd be able to do a direct comparison, and you guys wouldn't have to just take me on word. Underlying stats, Raheem Sterling, just trust me, guys. They're just the best. And depending on how much you care about underlying stats is another question. But yeah, yeah. Felix in the chat says Ted brought Sterling as well. Well, what a legend! What a legend! All right, are we doing this then, guys? Should we just send it? Lewis Ball says, I thought you were getting Bernardo, not Sterling. I mean, if in the video I said that Bernardo is the safe option, but I was really tempted to go for Sterling. That was obviously 2 a.m. last night. I've thought about it more and more and more. Feeling it. We'll do a final check for leaked City. Man City lineup. See if we can find anything. If we can, then maybe that helps. Okay, maybe we'll get rid of leaked and just put that in. Yeah, can't really find any leaks or anything like that. So I think we're just gonna send it. Some predicted lineups have Sterling on the bench. Of course they do. You know, if you look at enough Sterling, predicted lineups, everyone's going to be on the bench, right? I'm sure a lot have Foden on the bench. And you know what? I'm telling you guys, even if Sterling was on the bench, I'm being deadly serious. Even if Sterling was on the bench, there would be part of me that would be happy because let's close this down for a sec. Because that would mean he's rested for Newcastle, which could be amazing in itself. And you know what? I have the bench to cover it. And Sterling can also come off the bench and do the business from the bench as well. So the fact that he might not start, it's not the end of the world, really. It's not the end of the world. So there we go. Should we do it? Let's do it. Actually, you know what? Once before, I found out 5 minutes before deadline or something like that a City lineup was leaked, and that was problematic. Yeah, so I'll wait another 4 minutes, but yeah, I'm not gonna I'm not going to take it to the wire, just in case there is some kind of leak. But that's not so bad. Send it. People say send it, do it. Should we just go for it? Dan, please confirm your transfer before 2 to 3 minutes of deadline. That's helpful for us. I mean, guys, you don't have to follow my transfers. You really don't. The website might crash. That's so true. But if you don't like the transfers I'm making, I really don't make them. Don't just follow me, without thinking. All I can do is, make some fun and interesting transfers that I think are going to go well. I'm not the oracle. I don't know for sure what's going to happen. Don't blindly follow me. Definitely don't blindly follow me at all, guys. I really would not recommend you do that. Elliot says Vardy to 4.5 and Brownhill to Sterling/Silva. No, definitely not. Stick with Vardy. If he plays against Spurs, he could run riot. Yanis says start Pukki or Smith Rowe. Maybe start. The thing is with Smith Rowe, he has that knack of scoring goals, doesn't he? Maybe start with Smith Rowe. Few people begging me not to go for Sterling. Well, I'm not gonna look. I'm really gonna try not to be convinced by other people. I have to go with what with my gut, really, because if I don't do it, then I'm gonna regret it. I know a lot of people. So if Sterling is benched, do you still bring him in? If Sterling is benched, then I wouldn't bring him in this game week. I'd probably bring him in next game week instead, wouldn't I? That would make a little bit more sense. But what I'm saying is it's not the end of the world if Sterling is benched, particularly if I've got the amount of squad depth that I do, which is a decent amount of squad depth after this transfer anyway. Well, there we go. Just went Bernardo. Someone says Sterling is a trap, potentially. Foden is clear of Sterling. This is what it's all about. Differences of opinions. We're all going to have different, we're all going to be rooting for different players. And is that not what's so exciting, right? Foden is playing in the 9 tonight. Get him over Sterling. I don't know if that's true. If I had to predict, Mahrez on the right, Foden on the left, Sterling through the middle. So, someone says the website's crashed on mobile. Damn. Okay, guys, I'm just going to send this transfer. Brownhill out, Sterling in, Ronaldo out, Dennis in. Guys, even if this goes terribly, you cannot say that this FPL channel is not entertaining. This is what we're going with. Wait, that is not what we're going with. This is what we're going with. This is what we're going to go for. I'm pretty happy with that. There is stuff on the bench. Everything is amazing. With 5 minutes to deadline, Sterling gang, rise up. We are doing this. We are going for the risks. I love this. This is what gets me so excited about FPL. This is it. Sterling coming on. We've done it. A few people saying, Dan, if I didn't have bigger fires, Sterling would be an exciting pick. Yeah, if you got bigger fires, you got bigger fires. Hebar says he's giving me his team. And, they've got a bit of squad depth there. Looks pretty good to me. Random thing says, this made me subscribe. Good. And yes, I am putting Antonio on the bench. Yes, I am. It's done. James Coffey brought in a Sterling too. Jeremy Baker is on the Sterling hype as well. We are all in the... We're not all in the Sterling gang. This is what it's all about. Look at this. Look at this team. And guys, please follow me on Twitter at FPL Mate. Come join me on Twitter at FPL Mate. And if Sterling scores tonight, we are going to go crazy on Twitter. We are going to be so loud. And if it goes wrong, we're going to laugh about it. Because at the end of the day, FPL is a game. You've got to laugh at the losses. You've got to celebrate the wins. That's what's all. That's what the fun is all about. If Sterling doesn't start, we're going to laugh about it. It's going to be hilarious. So make sure you do join me on Twitter, guys, at FPL Mate. And we'll soon see, won't we? In fact, we could just stay on stream and find out live if actually, do I want to stay on live to see if Sterling is actually starting or not? Do I want to stay on live for that? Maybe. There we go, guys. There's like a few minutes left. Jeremy says, I double dog dare you to captain Sterling. Never in a million years. Salah is definitely the captain, right? And if any of you guys are going for anyone other than Salah as your captain this game week, then you're crazier than me, which is saying something. But yeah, amazing stuff. This is exciting. Stay live for the team news. Okay. Emily says, should I start Jed Steer over Mendy as Martinez might have COVID? Rumour. Yeah, go for it. Count Sealaw says, something tells me that's going to go terribly. Yeah, of course it could go. It could go terribly. I have taken a -4 hit. Someone asked if I took a hit to do this. Yeah, I did. -4 hit. But, it's a -4 hit for the long term, really. So, I'm not going to judge, even if it doesn't pay off over the course of one game week, I'm not going to judge it on that. I'll judge it over the course of a few game weeks to see if it pays off, to be honest. Rich says, stay on for the drama of Sterling on the bench. Can I? You know what? If Sterling is benched this game week, then he could be a genuine captain option for game week 18. Who's Salah playing next game week? Spurs away. Depends how depleted the Spurs team is. Oh my God, that is possible. It's possible. But yeah, guys, it's like 1 minute to deadline. Make sure that you're checking your teams, check your bench, check your captains on the right order, make sure all the right players are on the pitch. Make sure you're sorted. Don't worry about the stream for a second. Focus on your team. That's what's important right now. And then after that, after that we're done, right? We're done. There we go. My heartbeat just goes up and up lots when deciding Bernardo or Sterling. I know, it's exciting though. Just honestly, if you prefer to go for Bernardo, like I say, it's Bernardo is a really good player to go for. Really good player to go for. I am super interested to see how many people go for Sterling this week though. Adam says super fun moves and FPL should be fun. Yeah, absolutely. I completely agree. And it's not just a fun move, it's also backed in stats. It's backed in underlying stats. So we've combined the geeky elements with the fun and exciting elements. That's good. That's good. Count Sealaw says, what's your route back to Ronaldo? Do I need a route back to Ronaldo? I mean, technically I do have one. I mean, I just take out Antonio or upgrade that way. Or I could just reverse the transfer that I just made. So, could be okay. Chris Freddy says, play Livera or Brownhill. I think you're a bit late for that. Maybe Brownhill. I don't know. But the deadline's going to be passed by the time my voice reaches you. So just make sure. Are we locked in? Save your team. Everyone in the right order. Yes, they are. Absolutely looking amazing. Amazing stuff. Antonio on the bench. Will I regret that? It's too late for me. The deadline, guys, has passed. The deadline is passed. We are locked in. Sterling gang, rise up. We are doing this. Next deadline, we're going to make sure we have a Sterling emoji in the chat. Or next stream, should I say. We're going to have a Sterling emoji. Whether it's going to be a happy emoji or a sad emoji, who knows? Who knows? But that is what FPL is all about. And you know what? I love it. I love it. Kasim says, mate, you're an Arsenal fan. Do you really believe Antonio won't score against us? I don't think Antonio will score against anyone, really. I mean, even if he does score, it's arguably a good thing because we wanted him to get back into goal-scoring form, But would I back him? Would I say he's got a good chance of scoring? I don't know. Not really. Not over someone like Bowen. Or not really over anyone in my midfield or forward line there. If I was to guess who's the most likely to score out of the players I've got on pitch right there and Antonio, I would put Antonio dead bottom there. Varun says, went for Sterling too. I really hope it goes well for all of us. Thanks for the content. What a rush. What a rush indeed, Varun. Mate, this is what it's all about. This is what it's all about. Dimstera says Madison gang. Yeah, we're in the Madison gang as well. Mohamed Sterling, let's go. Let's go. Moises says, come on, Raz. Yes, we are. Hashtag Sterling gang. Oh, I love it. Love it. I can see Sterling missing an open net now. If it happens, it happens. At least it contributes to his expected goals, which is something we like. Luke V flexing all of those players, player emojis. Foden 2 goals, Sterling 0. Can you imagine? Although to be fair, if Foden did get 2 goals, there is a good chance Sterling would be involved in those goals. Thrilling stuff. This is what I want I want this channel to be. I want this channel to be high energy, high excitement, high passion, love for the game. That is what hopefully that's potentially what maybe to a degree sets this YouTube channel apart a little bit from some of the others. That we're a little bit crazier over here. We are a little bit crazier, aren't we? We're a little bit crazier, and that's fine. Count CeeLo, you are not impressed with that Sterling shout, are you? You're not impressed at all, mate. Oh well. Almost 50,000 people buying Sterling this game week. Is that right? Crazy. Come on, Neil Morpay differential. Joe Thompson says, oh, he's only got in Dullet. Should we put a tweet out? Should we put a tweet out? Let's find a great picture of Raheem Sterling and tweet it out right now. Or should we just, yes, let's use a GIF instead. That's a pretty good one. What should we tweet? Or should we call it Sterling Gang or Raz Gang? The problem is, if I tweet this, it's going to get quote tweeted to oblivion. If that's going to get quote tweeted to oblivion if Sterling is on the bench. So okay, let's take a rain check on that tweet. We'll perhaps save that for later, because that'll just get quote tweeted to hell. Marco Frello says it's pronounced GIF. Is it though? The inventor of the GIF, and I'm going to keep calling it a GIF. The inventor of the GIF calls it a GIF. However, it stands for, well, the first word, the G stands for graphic, right, or graphical. And graphical is a G sound, not a J sound. So, I'm going to stick with GIF, whatever. Manachi says, FPL Differential King coming into the tweet in 3, 2, 1. I know, yeah. Like, it will get quote tweeted so much. It will just be so annoying. Randomus says, did Mate get a new PC? His stream today looks amazing. I feel like even the camera looks better. Glad the sound in his mouth are synchronized. Yes, finally, we have indeed got a new computer, a new machine. So the streams are hopefully going to be a lot better. And they're going to be so much better. I haven't got everything perfect exactly how I want it just yet. But for those of you who are arriving late to the stream, we've now got intros in the stream. Okay, so guys, ready for the intro? I'm just going to mute my mic 1 second. You ready for this epic intro? We couldn't do that before. It was too laggy. It was too laggy. Jiffy is cornbread, not an image. GIF and Foden gang. Oh, now you're being controversial. We're GIF over here. We're GIFs. We're Sterlings. We are not Bernardos, Fodens, or GIFs. You look way darker with this new camera. Yeah, I need to mess around with the lighting, the color correction. But in all honesty, like, if you saw me in real life, I'm a lot darker than you think I am. Like, a few of you guys know that I am mixed race, so part African. So I do have slightly darker skin, but yeah, I think I look a bit yellow in this stream, which is not what I look like. One more time. Well, one more time on the another intro again. No, we're not gonna do that. But yeah, I'm so glad you guys are seeing the improvement in the streams, because honestly, if I'm honest, I've got 100,000 subscribers. It was not acceptable. The stream quality was unacceptable. I needed to make an improvement. I needed to make an investment in the stream. So that's exactly what I've done, and we're just going to improve from here, guys. Honestly, I just want you guys to have the best content, and I've got to invest in order to provide that. So yeah, pineapple on pizza. Now that's controversial, right? Mark A says, what country in Africa? Nigeria, which is why I will be supporting Nigeria in AFCON. Unrelated question: dogs or cats? That's a controversial. That could divide. That could divide people, couldn't it? That could divide people. But I have a cat and I don't have a dog, so we'll leave it there. Abdullah says, no offense, but the stream quality prior to this one was a shambles. You're so right. You want the intro again, boys? You want the intro? Okay, right. Let's do the intro again. So I'm gonna mute the mic. We're gonna mute the mic. Oh, hello and welcome to FPL. Welcome and to FPL. I can't even do my intro. Hello everyone and welcome to FPL Mate, your best mate for Raheem Sterling content for the 2021-22 season. Boom. There we go. Is that apple juice again? No, we are on the apple and blackcurrant squash. There we go. Mark says, I am African a bit, I look yellow. Hashtag relatable. Is there going to be AFCON fantasy? I'm not sure. John Stead says, Superdry is an English brand started in Hereford. Sorry, I said earlier in the stream that Superdry was a Japanese brand. What I really mean is it's a heavily Japanese-inspired brand, you know. Moises says, I like the ending music the most. Yeah, I tell you what, when I first started this YouTube channel, and it's coming up to a year and a half, 2 years now, when I first started. But I have to say, I must have spent two hours, 3 hours, going through so many royalty-free songs to try and get the right music. I would spend hours. In fact, no, it wasn't even two. It was probably like half a day. Like, I was doing other work at the same time, but I was just playing song after song after song, trying to get that right, the right music involved. And I think it's become a little bit, I don't know, iconic in a way. Kind of become a little bit iconic. I don't have an animated outro yet, but we'll definitely be doing an animated. I thought about doing one today, and I thought about doing So guys, let's just turn that music off. But guys, you know how I have this like starting soon screen? I thought about, because we don't have the lag problem anymore, I thought maybe about doing something animated here as well would look pretty cool. We're going to do the intro again. Here we go. There we go. Another intro for the Watkins gang. That intro was not for you, Watkins gang. I do not approve of the Watkins gang. There's no Watkins gang over here. That intro can be for the Madison gang. There you go. That intro is for the Madison gang. SMD says, can you greet Theo, bro? Biggest fan from Germany. Greetings, Theo. Nice to have you here. Stand by your opinion, send the tweet. Let's wait till team news. We've got 20 minutes? We've got 20 minutes. Mr. Mathenbree says, I was considering joining the FPL Mate tier because of the Sterling move, but the multiple intros sold me and I joined. Love it. Absolutely love it. Absolutely love it. Well, okay, I don't think we'll do any more intros. No more intros. Dimstera says, is this your first season as an FPL streamer? No, this is my, I guess, second proper season. I mean, streaming is in live streaming. I only started that last season, but I made a couple of videos the season prior to that. So the 2018-19 season, was it 18-19? I'm losing my head here. Yeah, 18-19 season. I started making a few videos just kind of for fun at the end of that season. But then since sort of the 19-20 season, we've just been smashing it. We've just been smashing it for content, and it's been so much fun. Hamza says, favourite squash flavour. Guys, you should know my favourite squash flavour by now. Come on. Abdullah says, who is your favourite non-FPL related content creator to watch? I've got a few favourites. I'm a bit of a nerd. I won't lie about that. I really like Kurt Gasak. Whenever they release a video, I'll watch that. I really like Oversimplified, which is a history channel. Kurt Gasak is like a science channel. Oversimplified is kind of a history channel. I really like really high production value, sort of geeky, educational videos, I guess, mostly. So yeah, I know you're probably expecting me to say a football channel or something like that, but no. Randomer says, do you design your intros and outros, or do you have someone who does the animations for you? So this intro, someone actually helped me with this intro that I've got now, but everything else I've done myself. Where's this squash emote? I'll do it. See, look, Sky, I'll do it. I'll sort it out. Dan, you should watch Veritasium. Yeah, I've watched a few Veritasiums. I think I'm not quite smart enough to get Veritasium, but I do like, Vsauce. Whenever a Vsauce video comes out, always all about that, definitely. I used to watch a lot of other YouTubers, I used to watch a lot more like Willany, I'm Alex, who are very privileged to meet, and Memeless as well, people like that, and obviously like KSI. I watch like Nepenthes as well. When I'm all hyped up about FIFA, I watch like the FIFA YouTubers. So yeah, a few people like Oversimplified. ASAP Science, yeah, ASAP Science is pretty cool. Yeah, I like that as well. There's so many great YouTube channels. There's so many great YouTube channels. But yeah, Vsauce videos are super rare these days. Kind of sad, really. I know. Boomerang Jack says, your hair looks fake. This is a compliment. Is this a... I don't know, is that a compliment? I think it's the lighting, to be honest. I need to sort it out. Danny Aarons, yeah, I've watched a few of his videos before. AA9 Skills, I've watched a few of his videos before as well. ML Joe's in the chat. ML Joe, I used to watch ML Joe. I used to watch King of Kazoos. Yes, I did. Someone says, ML Joe, actually, I was a YouTuber, did YouTube stuff before this. And ML Joe was one of my good friends who I was very fortunate to meet as well. Real ones know why you watch these commentary channels, but I prefer not to speak. If I speak, I am in trouble. Need to become David Dobrik. Nowhere near interesting enough for that. But there we go. Are you half Nigerian and Japanese? No, I'm 3/4 completely white. Well, that doesn't even make any sense. 3/4 white and 1/4 Nigerian. So yeah, Foden gang here. We got some Foden gangs. Rota Shaw, yeah, I like him. Moises says you're obsessed with food videos. Fair enough. Become Creative says just fix the audio. The video is actually fantastic. That's all it takes. Do you watch any Sidemen videos? Yeah, I do. Oh, thank you for the compliment, Beam Round Jack. I do appreciate it, dude. So there we go. Do you follow the cricket? Not really. I didn't watch the F1 either. I'm not really into many other sports other than football. I mean, I watch stuff if it's on, but I'm not going to go out my way to watch cricket, rugby, or F1 or anything like that. Golf as well. If it's on, I'll watch it and try and get into it a little bit. Do you watch West Ham clips on Twitter? Now that one I do. You will become the YouTube FPL content beast. I don't know about that. Mohammed Harris says Calfreezy said he watches your videos. I am almost certain that is not true. But I mean, amazing if he does. I mean, I've got like I know I got a few well, I've got one reasonably big follower. Oh, wait, no, that's actually no. Let's not actually flex followers, because that's that's not what it's all about. But no, it's nice that a few people do watch me, particularly like FIFA YouTubers and stuff. It's cool. I feel like all of these people I kind of grew up watching and stuff. It's really awesome to kind of be involved a little bit. Yeah. Snappy. What heroic video. West Ham clips to go. Yeah, can't disagree with that. Every year FPL demographic is growing, so you've had a head start in the community. Definitely. I definitely got in on FPL YouTube content at the right time, because it's gone quite crazy. There's so many new FPL content creators that have popped up really this season, and they're kind of working at a little bit of a disadvantage, because they've got all this competition. I was very, very lucky to get in one season early, and it's been awesome. I'm very fortunate. We worked hard and we got to where we are today. But there obviously other people will inevitably overtake me. We've got some FPL YouTubers doing really, really well. FPL Focals absolutely smashing it. Good content and doing excellent this season. We've got FPL creators like who else have we got? FPL Raptor, who is making some really nice long form content that's looking awesome. FPL Phillips Eddie, he's a really, really good video content creator as well. There you go. There's a lot of really, really awesome FPL creators out there, and in a way, I wish they started a little bit earlier, because they would be chilling at 100,000 subscribers as well. But this time next year, there's going to be I think there's going to be sort of a couple more massive FPL YouTubers in the next year or so. They're gonna come up. FPL Cameron is putting a waving emoji. I've not seen you about before, but there's another. I'm guessing that's another example of a new FPL creator on the blog. There is loads, and I've watched a lot of them, and they're so good, so talented, And if it was not for me getting there first, they would be flying well above me. They really would. But also, there's different creators for different needs. I think there's actually quite a lot of variety now, and which is fantastic. There's variety. There's a competition, which is driving FPL content forward, which is amazing. They say a rising tide. A rising tide raises all ships, or something like that. I'm not actually sure what the phrase is. It's something like that. A rising tide raises all ships, or all boats, which basically means that it's good for everyone. If one FPL creator is doing well, or a few FPL creators are doing well, this is great for everyone, because it means more FPL content is on YouTube, is being recommended on YouTube, more people are getting more involved in FPL, and it's good for everyone. And we're just, as a community, we're going to grow and grow and grow, which is absolutely incredible. FPL Minute, I have seen your stuff before, FPL Minute, and your stuff is good as well. So there we go. Lot of really good creators. FPL Dennis in the chat as well. Another one. Guys, there's so many. Really, really good, talented people. ASL Joe says, nice to chill with you till the FPL updates. Let's just chill until until we find out Sterling is benched, right, guys? Gilberto says, lifts all boats. There we go. A rising tide lifts all boats. There we go. Ruskin says, we need some FPL YouTube drama. I mean, maybe there was a little bit last year, wasn't there? But no, there's no point. There's no point in the drama. We should all be supporting each other at the end of the day. we should all be supporting each other. I really think that. Abdullah says, I feel like a glory hunter, but the 2 FPL YouTubers I watch are you and Andy. Honestly, I seriously recommend you check out some smaller YouTubers as well. Because just because you have a lot of subscribers does not mean you're the best. Seriously. Calvin says, there's just something about you, mate. Even if you hypothetically entered way after the others, you would have been right up there. I don't know if that's true. You know, timing is a lot to do with a lot of stuff, you know. So yeah, you know, timing is key. But I mean, I'm just super glad you guys like my stuff. FPL Rockstar tweet. Oh God, is it time? Is it time? I can't even type. What heart? Is it time? Let's find out. Oh, I don't care about him. I mean, you like obviously Watkins hasn't missed a game in what, like Watkins played 90 minutes for 2 whole seasons in a row. Of course he's gonna start, right? How long did it take you to hit 1k, Dan? It took, well, it depends. It was kind of it did take a while. It did take a while to hit 1k. But I went from 1,000 subscribers to 30,000 subscribers in the space of about a week and a half, which was just incredible. But yeah. Somnath says Focal and Andy both are really nice, but they're not Sterling Gang or Madison Gang, and that is so true. Where are you going to find a Sterling Gang other than here? I think we saw earlier that what's his name? The guy who does some graphic stuff for Scout. TED Talks FPL. He's Sterling Gang as well, to be fair. There we go. FPL Harry, he's another good example. I've just seen in the chat. So a few good ones. Have you got anything else for us, Rockstar? Because I could have tweeted that Watkins was starting. Oh, for God's sake. Well, we're going to find out in a minute anyway. All right, we'll park that one. We'll go back to my one, ready to send out an we're going to either send out a really positive tweet about Sterling starting, or we are going to be putting out a very negative tweet about how much of an idiot I am. No Walker. Oh my word. Okay, let's just refresh that. Wait, where is this coming from? It's coming from here? Maybe not. No, where are we getting? Who's the right back if no Walker? That's an excellent question. That is an excellent question. I mean, we're going to find out in everything in 5 minutes, right? Like the stream for a Sterling goal, says Ethan Fernandez. If this stream reaches 100,000 likes, then Sterling is guaranteed a hat trick. I said it. If this stream hits 100,000 likes, Sterling's getting a hat trick. It's happening. So just if that helps you, you want to like the stream based on that. Who knows? Let's see if we've got anything in. Maybe it's in tweets and replies. Maybe he's got some replies in here. Ings on the bench. Okay, that's all we got. That's all we got from Rockstar. Look at Andy's tweet. Andy, as in, let's talk FPL. Oh, 20 minutes for. 20 minutes to wait for. Wait, is it? Is that starting at past? I got a little bit mixed up, to be fair, for when all the games are starting. Oh yeah, okay, of course, yeah. So we actually need to wait another 20 minutes to find out this City news. Yeah, you're so right. We have to wait till 7 p.m. UK time. Andy, let's talk FPL just tweeted no Walker. Okay, fair enough. Sterling playing at right back. Can you imagine? I wonder if there's a COVID related situation there for Walker not to play, because with Cancelo out, that's quite strange. Because who else have they got to play at right back? John Stones? Can he fit in there? I don't know. Who do you support? I support Arsenal, I guess, but mostly I just support these bad boys. These bad boys are who I really support. These bad boys are, I mean, this game week I support Sterling probably most of all. Kayose says coming to Japan soon. Probably not soon, just because of COVID and stuff. But I definitely want to do it at some point. Actually, Kayose, you can actually do me a really big favor. You can do me a really big favor. You can do me a really big favor. Can you tell me if this is in Japanese or not? Because we can't tell if it's well, I mean, idiots like me can't tell the difference. Actually, I think it is Chinese, isn't it? Can you I don't know if you can tell me if that is Japanese. I don't think it is, but can you confirm for us in the chat? Right, so we need to search on Twitter Simon Bajkowski. Okay, let's do that. Let's make another tab because we can have multiple tabs now on this stream. Simon. Oh, it's right there. So what have we got here? So no Carl Walker and no Cancelo. Jack Grealish. Now I'm going to be honest with you guys. Jack Grealish starting is a surprise. Few people saying Chinese. It's Chinese for sure. There we go. All right, I trust you guys. What does it say? Okay, can anyone translate it? Does it say? Does it say super dry? They're Mandarin symbols, but also used in Japan. I mean, it's kind of similar. I usually in like standard fonts, I can usually tell the difference between the different writing. So it's okay. So it says super dry in Chinese. Well, thank you very much. You guys are, as always, intelligent, amazing, awesome. Kayose has confirmed it's kanji. Okay, right. This is kanji and this is hiragana. So you're saying it is Japanese? Oh, you know what? Is it like? I don't know. I don't know anymore. I give up. Most people are saying it says super dry in Chinese. I'm just going to trust that. It says Sterling gang. I think it says Sterling. It says Sterling is a fraud. It could say that. Raz gang without the. It says Raz gang without the hashtag. It says Sterling's blanking. Yeah, I know. Super dry is a famous clothes. Yeah, I know. Yes. Super dry is the brand. Which a brand I really like actually. But have we got anything else from Simon? Simon over here, who I've not really heard of before. Is he in the know? Is he worth a follow? I don't know. I mean, if he gets all this right, then yeah, potentially worth a follow. Do you see if Rockstar's got anything else for us? I mean, we're going to get the team news in a second anyway. Let's go on. Let's just go on the Aston Villa official page because they'll release their team news in 1 minute's time. Right, Moises says they can be read in Japanese but are Chinese characters. Now this is just getting so confusing. So confusing. So confusing. Right, come on, tweet some final team news, Villa. You should be doing this by now. It's 2:15. There we go. Right. There you go, guys. Cash, Conser, Mings, Target, McGinn, Douglas Luiz, Ramsey, Buendia, and Young playing out of position again. Ings on the bench. I mean, that's a pretty thin squad, isn't it, really? When you look at that bench, pretty thin. There we go. There we go. What do you reckon, guys? Happy with that? Watkins owners, new Cash owners, new Target owners. You guys pleased? Watkins through the middle. Ings on the bench. What do you reckon? Happy days. Let's check Norwich for good measure. Cantwell, Pookie. Oh, Plachetta. That's a name I don't think I've heard before. Interesting. McLean, Gilmore, Sorensen, Williams, Gibson, Kabak, Aaron's Cruel. All right. So there you go. There's the 2 lineups. Can we get them both on screen at the same time? Yeah, kind of, not really. There we go. Well, there we go. That's the Aston Villa. That's going to be the big one, right? I guess from Norwich, we're really looking at Williams and Pookie. So there we go. Lots of people trying to explain. You know what? I think I need someone to come to my house, just point to things on my shirt and tell me exactly what's going on, because I don't think I'm going to get it over chat. Thromthep says, I went young for a punt. It's an interesting punt. Have we got anything else from Simon? Anything else, Simon? What you got for me? Nothing yet. The Heroic Dosis says, what's the story behind your FPL team name? So my FPL team name is BSKA Moscow. You can see there in the top right, BSKA Moscow. And it's like, you guys assume you know the Russian football team CSKA Moscow, CSKA Moscow. I guess you've seen that team in European competition and stuff like that, at least, or maybe you are from Russia. And basically, it's like a pun, really. And I've replaced the C with a B, so it can stand for buy, sell, keep, avoid, which is obviously, the main series, I guess, I run on this YouTube channel. So that's what that's all about. A little backstory on that one. Daniel says, did you get a new PC? Yes, I did. Is it that obvious? Tim Stera says, game hasn't even started yet and I'm 35k up. That would be the beautiful joy of people taking -4s. I wonder how far down I am. Just turned on, and this must be a new camera because you're looking fresh. Thank you very much, FPL Bix. Kaiosai is going to try and help me out again. To clarify, some kanji are traditional, taken from Chinese letters. You can read it as Jidu Qianzhao, which is Chinese, or you can read it as Kyokudo Kansu in Japanese. So that is super interesting. Okay, so Sterling benched, apparently. That is not ideal news, but it is what it is. We can close down that. But Sterling benched, that's disappointing. Let's have a look. FPL Rockstar. Let's just confirm it. Man, that is it's disappointing, but look at this. Look at you guys tagging me already. All right, Sterling gang, this is not our week. All right, Sterling's on the bench. That's okay. Look, it's fine. We've got a very strong bench, and if Sterling comes on, it's not going to be the end of the world. And if Sterling comes on and scores a goal, we're going to be very pleased, because then we'll not only get like a goal or a contribution from Sterling, but it's closed down my game. That's annoying. Now we can't even look at my team. It's because I was clicking around on stuff. But it means that Sterling pretty much guaranteed a start against Newcastle. So look, as I said earlier, it's really not the end of the world. I knew the risk, and it's okay. It's okay. I mean, obviously it's a little bit annoying, but it's not nothing to cry about. Okay, the Sterling hype train will have to wait until the weekend. He's either going to be a super stub, or he's going to be a hype train for the weekend. So I'm not gonna be too negative about this one. It's not ideal, but I'm not going to be negative. I'm still very happy with my team. I'm happy my team can cover it. You know, my team is looking good, regardless of whether Sterling starts or not. So it's all good in the hood. But yeah, guys, if Sterling comes off the bench and does a madness, can you imagine the scenes? I mean, I feel like that would feel even more sweet. Even more sweet. But there you go. Happy days. Now, let's see if we can get confirmation of any other Man City players starting. Let's go back to Rockstar. So have we got anything else other than that? We know Grealish is starting. We know Foden. Do we know Foden is starting? Yeah, we know Foden is starting. So Grealish, Foden. So who's the third? It's going to be one of Mahrez or Jesus. But which one? I'm guessing a lot of you guys have Jesus. So also scary times as well there. FPL Dennis says at least you have him for Newcastle. Yeah, absolutely. Like, it's absolutely fine. Look, I knew the risk. And like I said earlier on in the stream, worst case scenario, have him for Newcastle, which is, I mean, it's better, isn't it? If you had to guarantee Sterling would start either game weeks, or, you know, again, either guaranteed start against Leeds or guaranteed start against Newcastle, which one are you taking? Which one are you taking? But let's see who the final piece of that jigsaw puzzle. Could Rockstar be wrong? No. This is going to be accurate, guys. This is going to be accurate. So if you are in the Sterling gang like me, you're just going to have to take the L. But like I said, I'm not going to be negative about this. I genuinely don't think you should be being negative about it either. People asking about Gundogan. Yeah, that's a question mark as well. Is it going to be KDB, Gundogan, Bernardo Silva? Oh God, can you imagine if Bernardo Silva was benched? Now that would be carnage. That would be carnage. Let's see how many times I'm tagged on this one now. Let's see. Have we got anything else? We've not got anything else at the moment. Unless you guys can direct me. Direct me anywhere. No. Who was the other guy? Simon. Oh God, there we are. I almost had to spell that there. Not got anything else. Walker described as not fit to make the Man City squad tonight. Oh, minor issue there then. KDB for sure. Check Sam Martin's tweet. What if Sterling doesn't start against Newcastle? If Sterling doesn't start against Newcastle, then that is a absolute L. You know, that is an L. But yeah, like, come on. Johan says, why did you not tell us it was a risk? Cannot be for real. If Sterling doesn't start against Newcastle, that would be like, okay, that is a genuine failure of a transfer, right? But I don't see why he wouldn't. Right, so oh no, let's just go back here. We're going to get the news for sure in about 5 minutes' time. Does someone say Sam Martin has Oh, Gundogan on the bench. There we go. So Gundogan on the bench, and so yeah, annoying for Gundogan owners. Although we kind of knew that one. To be fair, it was pretty expected, wasn't it? Look how many people coming out the woodworks now. Look. If you're just gonna say, "Oh, it's a bad idea," guys, I knew the risk. I told you it was a risk. I never said that this was guaranteed to work, and you were never going to talk me out of it. At the end of the day, I'm gonna play my own game. Katu in the chat just said Magnus Carlsen, widely recognised as one of the greatest FPL players ever, and chess players, also got Sterling this week. You can say it's a bad idea. Fine. You can say it's a good idea. Fine. Either way, it was a risk. And sometimes risks pay off, sometimes they don't pay off. But if you just want to carry on beating the drum of, oh, I told you so. What? You told me what? That it was going to get benched this week? Or you told me that it was a risk of which we already knew? So, look, It was a good idea. It was a fun idea. I'm happy. You know, he could still come off the bench and score. He could still start against Newcastle and do really well there. It's very, very easy to say at this point, oh, I knew it was a bad idea. But look, time will tell. Time will tell. And if it doesn't pay off, and if we get people like James Smith in the chat saying, thank you for ruining my FPL season, then you're welcome. And honestly, if you are just James, if you're just blindly copying my my transfers and it didn't work out, then I'm kind of glad it didn't work out for you, because you shouldn't just copy. You know, you should make your own decisions. And if you genuinely don't like a transfer move, then don't go for it. Don't go for it. A lot. We got some positivity. We got some positivity in the chat as well. That Sterling's going to come on and he's going to score a hat trick from the bench. You know it was because you guys didn't give me 100,000 likes on the stream. That's what I needed. Right, have we got any more? Have we got any more news? Have we got? A few people said Bernardo is starting, but I've not actually seen that. Mahrez starts, which. Oh yeah, Mahrez starts. Jesus doesn't. Okay, so that's unfortunate. Jesus owners. I mean, I didn't really like Jesus as a pick anyway, if I'm honest. Look, it is what it is. So yeah, it's going to be De Bruyne, I guess, in midfield. That's pretty much everyone. We know what's happening now. It's going to be Grealish, Mahrez, and Foden as the three forwards. We're going to have a midfield of KDB, Bernardo Silva, and most likely Rodri, right? And a defence of, well, I can't work out the defence. Zinchenko, I guess. Laporte, Diaz, and like, who's going to go right back? That's what I kind of want to know. That's what I want to know. Someone said they triple captain Salah. Good luck. Tough luck, mate. Really unfortunate. Honestly, look, I'm not feeling bad. I'm not feeling bad about it. It's not moping time. What's the tweet going to be? Now, that's the good question. Can we make a funny tweet out of this? There's always content. Let's try and think of something funny. Could we do? I kind of want to do the tough love meme, but I feel like that's a little bit overplayed. Right, I've got something. Wait, let's I can't tell if this is fun. Obviously, guys, this is me joking around. Or something like that. Thing is, when I'm typing my tweets, I'm not usually doing it live in stream. Quote tweet Rockstar saying, DS at right back, you think? Oh, we got the lineups. Okay, let's do the right lineups, and then we'll get back to our epic memes. What am I looking for? Let's Dan Cross, you cheeky devil. We've got a few people atting me. Let's why is no one? We need to. The Premier League should have tweeted this. The Premier League is slacking, right, man? So hard to type. I've kind of got my microphone in the way of the keyboard here. I am getting a mic arm at some point, but for now it's kind of hard to type. Okay, there we have it. Diaz at right back, really interesting. Diaz, Stones, Laporte, Zinchenko, I guess, in defence. Then Rodri, De Bruyne, Bernardo in midfield. Mahrez, Foden and Grealish lead the line. So there we have it, guys. Make sure to check that Magnus really did. Sterling is 100%. But yeah, we knew this, guys. We've been saying this for... Oh, 3 at the back. Oh, potentially 3 at the back. Yeah, we've been saying we've known Sterling's bench for the last 10, 15 minutes. But it is what it is. It is what it is. Is this going to be taken the wrong way? Is that people going to... Obviously, this is a joke. Obviously, this is a joke. But, you should at him as a meme. Should we at him? He's not going to reply, like, engage. But, okay, let's at him. That is... Is that not going to be taken wrong? I think that's funny. I'm tweeting it. I think that's funny. I'm tweeting it. And we'll also if Sterling comes on for his 1 pointer, we'll make some more jokes then. And if Sterling comes on and scores, then I'm not going to shut up. Oh, no, that would be... honestly, that is arguably the... Josh Panda says, keep Sterling for Newcastle. No, I thought I'd replace him immediately. 11 out of 10 tweet. Okay, good. Certified banger. Got 29 likes already. Spawned with 29 likes. I spelled intellect wrong. Did I? Huh? Is that the wrong way to spell intellect? If so, that arguably makes it even funnier because it emphasizes the irony of the situation. I'm glad people are impressed by the upgrades of the stream, by the way. That is really, really good to hear. Right, have we got all our lineups? Should we check out the Leeds lineup and then call it a day? Because I've been streaming for over 2 hours now. I need to get some food at some point. We've got the lineup here. Can you guys see that okay? Is that coming up okay on the stream or is it cut off? No, it looks good. We've got James up front. Maybe. Is this in the right order? Surely it's Tyler Roberts playing as the striker. But anyway, we've got James, Harrison, Roberts, Rafinha, Forshaw, Dallas, Firpo, Llorente, Ayling, Shackleton. Not amazing. Not amazing. I mean, they've got what they've got, haven't they, at the end of the day, Leeds? But there we are. Gelhardt on the bench. That's kind of a shame. It would have been nice to see Gelhardt start. You know, it would have been nice to see him. It is intellect, you got it. I thought so. Don't be shy. Open the comments of the chat. Oh, what? So I can see, see you guys are horrible things are you saying. Stream saw it first. Yes, you guys did. Oh, you guys are all from the. Oh God, yeah, I knew that was coming. Wait, no, I've got something funny. funnier. Or is this mean? Is that mean? It's obviously a joke, right? That is obviously a joke. That's kind of funny. What are the chances Gundogan and Jesus come in before Sterling? Possible. You need to get rid of him right now. I know. I need to sell Foden immediately. I want the game to update so we can sell Sterling right now. Let's change him to someone else. Who else can we go for? We should go for like a Foden who's guaranteed to get 90 minutes this game and then then get rested next game, right? Letharbo says, my friend triple captain Sterling. Not only that, he brought him in for a -16. Oh, Jesus Christ. That's not ideal. Bernardo playing right wing back, apparently. I mean, let's see. When we watch the game, we never really fully know how it's going to shape up. That'd be kind of interesting if that is the case. But there we go. Man, this is going to ratio me at this rate. Don't let it ratio. Oh, okay. We've got a 12-year-old in there. I never know what to do with these because people who just write ratio in I mean, usually people who just write ratio in the chat I will just block because it's just annoying. But oh well. Sterling emote when? After the hat trick next game week. Look at the team sheet on the FPL website and you'd see the setup. Yeah, but you don't. It's predictions. We don't know until the game starts. But anyway, right. There we go. We have got all of our lineups in. I need to eat and watch football, if that's okay with you guys. So there we go. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed the stream. I think it's been a pretty funny one. I think it's been a pretty funny stream, to say the least. I really enjoyed it. And thanks, guys, for your banter as well. It's always good fun chatting to you guys. If you haven't done already, please do consider liking the stream, subscribing if you're new around here. And Puck says, don't engage with ratio. It's low-hanging fruit. Dead come back. Basically, no you. Yeah, I know. But there we go. Yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed the stream. Hope to see you guys on Twitter for some celebrations when we're not Raz Gang anymore. We're Madders Gang. We're Madison Gang now. So forget Raz Gang. We're Madders Gang. That's gonna be good fun. So yeah, there you go, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you later, mates. I haven't got an outro. I've just realised I haven't added an outro scene. We're just gonna have to dead end the stream. There we go. Well, let's end on the starting student screen. That makes more sense. All right, see you later, guys. Bye.